which brings me to the last pick of the first round. And with this, I kind of going up and down the board trying to see who stood out. And Jalin Hyatt, I picked him in the first way too early mock draft. And
what do I know? I was like, he's not going to like the late second of the NFL draft.
And here he is. He got picked 25th in the first round, and he's going to the Giants. And this is a guy that brings a little bit more size than the other guys on the team. He's 6 foot, 180 pounds. So he's not really stockier, but a little bit taller than the other guys. And watching this guy's tape, I finally got a chance to actually look at it before this. He has got another gear. He's running away from Alabama defenders. You know what I mean? Like, that's another gear. So as long as that kind of stuff translates to the NFL, which I don't see why it wouldn't, like, he's going to at the very, very least, be able to break some big plays. Does he need some refinement? Absolutely. This guy that won the Blitnikoff Award. I mean, so there's some stuff, there's some tools there to work with. I'm interested to dig in a little bit more to see if he's anything more than just a deep threat. But for right now, with this draft capital, going to the Giants and just knowing that he's got filthy speed, I'm going to take him here in the last pick of the first round.
He helped put Alabama on the ropes. And when you were talking about like going back and watch Bryce Young tape, like, hey, where did he step up and come big time? That's probably a really good example of that game in First Tennessee when Bryce Young did step up and bring that team back with literally seconds to spare to come out and beat Tennessee, where they're almost upset.
Did they beat Tennessee? I thought Tennessee won.
Yeah, I think Tennessee won that game.
Yeah, Tennessee won.
They did they win that game? Was that a game they lost?
I'll take a look. I think
Tennessee lost to Georgia, but I'm pretty sure they beat Alabama.
Did they beat Bama?
I think so.
Oh, that's right, because that's when they jumped up the rankings.
Right, they were like the number 3 team in the country.
That's okay.
Why do I think that was the game that Bryce Young?
He did have a couple games where he brought Alabama back from.
I thought it was Tennessee, but you're right, because that's the week that Tennessee all of a sudden jumped up real high.
Yep, and then they got demolished by Georgia.
Destroyed by Georgia.
Right.
I had it mixed up. You're right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it was a close game, 52-49. So it was a close game.
Yeah, Bryce Young played well that game at the end. I'm trying to think of the game that Bryce Young came back and won at the end of it. Now I have to go back and see.
There's an overtime
I feel like
win
the college season was a lifetime ago.
Overtime win against Pitt. That was real early in the season.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Well, he did beat Bama, so even better. I mean, how many touchdowns did he have that game?
5. Yeah, it was 5.
Yeah, okay.
He had 5
I
touchdowns.
do remember that.
207 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Dude smokes, man, and
he's fast.
That goes a long way with some of these guys, and we've seen players like him have success.
Well, we know that role works with the Giants too. That was basically Darius Slayton,
right?
So absolutely. And he's a free agent, so fit right into that role, and he would crush.